18 BC 1073. In this video, we are going to perform a PHP object injection attack, and the tool which we are going to use is Burpsuite. The security goal that we are going to compromise is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So we are when we this is a rare vulnerability, and when we are able to use it, we are able to perform other vulnerabilities, other attacks such as command injection, SQL injection. So we are able to view confidential information. We are also able to manipulate them using command injection. So we can compromise the integrity, and we can even delete the resources or block them to affect the availability of the resource. So the steps that we are going to follow, the first step is to set up proxy configuration for Burpsuite. We'll go to our browser, we'll go in settings. Over here we'll go in network setting, and here we are going to put it to manual proxy configuration. The IP address we'll use is 127.0.0.1 or localhost, and the port which we will use is 8080. We are using 8080 because Burpsuite is currently running on 8080. We'll use whatever port Burpsuite is using. Now we have successfully set up the proxy configuration. The next step is to turn off Intercept. We'll go in Burpsuite, we'll go in Proxy, Intercept, and we'll see that the Intercept is off. In case it is on, we'll turn it off. Next step is to explore the page. So we'll go in the XPWA site, the target, and this is the page that we have. It is giving the basic URL, the information about PHP object injection, and there's a click here button. We'll click it, and as we can see that the URL just got updated right now, and it is giving us a string down here. So reading the object, it's basically returning data in serialized form with the XPW extreme vulnerable web application, this being the information that is being uploaded over here. And looking at this, we are going to manipulate this specific information. So we'll go to the next part. So we'll turn on intercept and intercept the request. Intercept on, which we had kept off, is now on. Then we'll send the request, and now we have successfully intercepted it in the Burpsuite. As we can see, this is the request that we have received, and this is the data. The next step is to manipulate the request. Send it to the next step is to send the request to the repeater. Right click, send to repeater. Over here we are going to manipulate the data. The next step is to manipulate the request, and here we are going to instead of returning the string, we are going to return this. This is basically an object, PHP object, which will return us the current who the user is. So we'll go to Burpsuite, we'll go to repeater, and over here we are going to simply upload this object which we had copied, and we'll send the request. Then we'll view the output. We'll get the response in the response tab. This is the raw output. We'll convert it to renderer, so it's much more easiest for us to understand. And over here we are getting www-data. So most likely the user is www-data, else we wouldn't have received anything. And the next step is to repeat commands 7-8 with different commands. So we sent the request, we had sent this specific request. Now we are going to manipulate this a little for proof of concept, and here we are in the repeater. And so instead of performing who am I, which gives us the user, we are going to perform ls, and so the length of this is it was earliest 17 and ls, so we'll have to reduce this by 4, I think. Yeah, who am I, 4. So 13 lengths will be the 13 characters wide, the length of the string, and so we'll send this request, and we are getting home.php and index.php are present as the subdirectory. If we hadn't changed it to 13, if it was original 17 only, we would have not received any information, and the reason is because there was an mismatch within the length of the characters and the characters present. So another thing which we are going to perform is present working directory. Present working directory 14 characters because only 3 less than 17. We'll send it, and what we are getting is the current working directory. We'll see which groups we are in. Groups will allow us to know which permissions we have. Six characters, so again 17 we'll send, and we are only in www-data. If we were root, we would have we were in the sudo group, and we would have root group as well, but apparently we don't have any of those info groups. We can use this to, again, we are basically performing command injection using the object injection, and we can remove directory, delete directories, etc. Hence we are able to view sensitive data, we are able to uh, manipulate the data as well, and remove the data to affect availability. Hence successfully we have performed PHP object injection.